What is up guys, JayFerGaming here, welcome to my new series F1 2016 track guides. From this I do hope to help you guys with this game, improve your pace at a track, brake later at a corner, and for myself just to improve my pace as well. But yeah, the setup of these videos, I'll be obviously doing all 21 tracks this year, and it will start with an introduction for each track, then look at the setup, and then analyze each corner individually, and then just my fastest lap on that track. So a few facts about the first race of the season at Australia. The Melbourne Grand Prix circuit, 5.3 kilometers long, has been raced at since 1996, 16 turns, 2 DRS zones, and the lap record is a 124.125 in 2004 by, of course, Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari. But here is my setup for this hot lap, and I'm not really an expert on setups. I tend to use other people's setups online and then just tweak them depending on my needs. So I'm not going to explain these setups, you'll just see them in the background before I analyse each corner. So we'll be starting the Australian track guide here. So coming down the start-finish straight using DRS, we're looking at the 100 metre board for turn 1, and that's when we want to start braking, and come down from 8th gear all the way down to 4th into the apex of turn 1. And you don't want to take too much curb, it's very easy to corner cut, but we want to be at around 105 miles per hour. And then onto the exit, we don't want to take much of the artificial grass there, just take a little bit of curb, and then through turn 2 we'll be looking for the DRS detection point, deploying DRS, and then coming down to turn 3, looking for that 100 metre board once again. We want to be braking just after that at around 95 metres, coming down from gear 4 all the way down to gear 3, and then gear 2 once we hit the apex. And then at the apex we want to be at around 60 to 65 miles per hour, letting the car turn right, not using the exit curb, bringing the car to the right of the track, and then at around 90 miles per hour starting to turn left, and then making the most of the curb on the entry, not taking too much curb, but we want to be at around 85 miles per hour, still in gear 3. And then on the exit we want to let the car drift out a little bit, but not over the speed bump. And now preparing for the flat out turn 5, we want to use this extra bit of track here, and then use the black box above the track to decide our turning point, clipping the inside curb, obviously not taking too much. Otherwise you might get a bit of oversteer, which could take your car out onto the exit curb, which you don't want to take too much of. And now we're looking at the black box again. That's when we'll be braking for turn 6, and we want to be down to gear 4 here, taking the curb, sweeping through the corner, not going onto the grass, and then not using all of the exit, just keep the car on the curb, and then through here absolutely flat out. Now we're flying into turn 9, and we want to be looking for the 100 metre board with the Fly Emirates advertisement above it. We want to be braking after that at about 90 metres from the corner. And now we can take this inner curb, it might throw the car off, but if you do it without accelerating on the curb, you can get through there with a lot of pace through the exit of turn 10, and then come into the fast left-right section of turn 11 and 12. And we want to be looking for this black box again, because the 50 metre board is just after it. We're at full pelt here, and we want to turn in just after the 50 metre board, making the most of all the curb here, just keeping the car on the track by millimetres in gear 6, 135 miles per hour, and then making the most of the curbs again on the exit without corner cutting, only just keeping the car on the track, 150 miles per hour here, and then on the exit not taking too much curb, otherwise you could spin off. And then coming down to turn 13, looking for the 100 metre board once again, but this time we want to be braking at around 75 metres, sweeping into the corner at gear 3, and not taking too much curb, and on the exit just letting the car straighten up before we come into another right-hander at turn 14. We want to be turning in at around 60 metres, so once again look for the 50 metre board. And then we're coming down from gear 5 quickly to gear 4, and then you want to be upshifting to gear 5 as you are exiting the corner, taking as much speed as possible through here without understeering into the gravel, and then preparing for the penultimate corner here, looking out for the 50 metre board, and then braking at around 70 metres, coming down from gear 6 all the way to gear 3, and then at the apex to gear 2. You can take a little bit of curb here, but you don't want to be taking too much speed in, otherwise you'll lock up and go wide. And then bringing the car to the left for the final corner, starting at 3, moving up to 4, using a little bit of the exit curb, using DRS, coming to the line, and that is a hot lap of Australia. And now we will go on to my quickest lap around the track. Enjoy. I do hope you have enjoyed my first track guide. If you have, please do leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more of these and more F1 2016 videos. And I'll catch you in the next track guide, which should be the Bahrain Grand Prix. Goodbye.